Good morning, beta. We were doing revision of chapter number 6, lines and angles. So let's continue with that. Exercise 6.2, question number 5. Question number 5. In question number 5, you have given the figure, and in the figure you have to find two angles are given. X and Y are the unknown angles that you have to find. This is your A, B, C, D, Q, R. This angle is 127. This is Y, 50. This is X. In this question, lines are parallel. Line AB is parallel to CD, that is given in the question. X and Y you have to find. These two angles are given as 50 and 127. What you have to do is, you please check out the angle. Do 50 have any relation with X or Y? You have to check that relation. If they are having any relation regarding parallel line, then you can find the angle easily. Lines are parallel. This is a transversal. So the angle X touching the transversal and the line, in the same way, this 50 degrees touching the parallel line as well as the transversal. So wherever this angle 50 is finishing, at the same line X is starting. So X is equal to 50 degree alternate interior angles. Now Y. Y is the angle that is the part of the triangle. This X we have got as 50 degree. This is 127. So by the linear pair, you can get this angle. Then you will apply angle sum property to get this missing angle Y. And instead of this, you can use that 127 exterior angle is equal to sum of the interior angle 50 plus Y. Is it okay? So first method is, you will find this linear pair angle, then you will use angle sum property. This is the first way. Second way, exterior angle is equal to sum of the opposite interior angle. Third way is, this 127 degree is equal to the sum of these two angles. Why? They are again alternate interior angle. Because here this 127 is touching the parallel line and the transversal. In the same way, where this transversal have angle Y, it start from Y and finishing at 50 to make it a alternate angle. So you can take 127 is equal to 50 plus Y, that is your alternate angle, and 127 is equal to 50 plus Y, that is alternate interior angle. So both are same. 127 is equal to 50 plus Y, or in this manner also you are getting the same. So it's your wish in which manner you want to proceed. Is it okay? Next question is, in question number 6, you have given two mirrors. Yes, listen. You have given two mirrors, and here you have angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. That is your law of reflection. In the same manner, here also this ray strikes here and go here. So you will draw two perpendicular, that is your BL and CN. If these two lines are perpendicular, so can we say that these two lines are parallel? Because these are two perpendicular lines, so they are making 90 degree each, and this is a transversal, so this angle is equal to this angle. So the lines must be parallel to each other. So if BL is perpendicular on this AB and PQ and CN is perpendicular on RS, so in this manner you can say that two lines are parallel to each other. And one more thing, you will take this angle as 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Angle of incidence and angle of reflection same होता है, तो angle 1 और angle 2 equal हो गए, angle 3 और angle 4 हो गए. And the lines are parallel, this line is parallel to this line. So can we say that angle 2 is equal to angle 3? Alternate angle. So if you multiply both sides with, actually what we want to do is, we want to prove that this line AB is parallel to CD. So to make this line parallel to this, you have to show that this complete angle B is equal to complete angle C. So that's why we have given only 2 is equal to 3. So if you make the double of this will surely give angle B. And if you make the double of 3, it will give you C. So that's what we want. That's why we are doing all this. So multiply both sides with 2. This can be written as angle 2 plus 2. This is your 3 plus 3. Here, angle 1 is equal to angle 2. So can I replace angle 2 with 1? So let's write angle 2 as 1. This 2 is same. Angle 3 is equal to 4. So this 3 you will keep same. And this 3 is equal to 4. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is your B. Angle 3 plus angle 4 is your C. So can I write here angle B is equal to C? They are again alternate interior angle. Therefore, the line AB must be parallel to CD because both are alternate interior angles. In this question, POQ is a straight line and you have to find the missing angle X. What you will do, as this is a straight line, so sum of the three angles of it on a straight line is 180. So you will use the property angles on a straight line are supplementary. Yeah, angles on a straight line. So what you will get, 7x plus 40 is equal to 180. You will write the reason. 7x is equal to 140, x is equal to 20. So you can find the missing angle, that is as 80 and 60. Yes, for what value of x plus y, this line ABC will become a straight line? For what value of x plus y, this line ABC will become a straight line? So definitely the value should be 180 so that this line ABC will become a straight line. Is it okay? So x plus y will be 180. Can a triangle have all its angle less than 60? Can a triangle have all angles less than 60? Justify your answer. So the answer is, if you take all the angles as less than 60, that means like 50, 40 and 59, then the sum will not be 180 in this case. So the triangle is not possible. So you all know that equilateral triangle has all its angles at 60 degrees. So all the three angles of a triangle cannot be acute. If you take two angles as 50, 50, then the third angle is, Hanji, who will tell me the reason? Is this true or false? Firstly, you tell me. Yes, Dhairya, Surveen, Arush, Charvi, Divya. Can a triangle have all its angle less than 60? No. As you can see that I have written the example 50, 50. So the third angle is 80, which is more than 60 degrees. So all the angles will not be 60, will not be less than 60. They can be 60. But in the question, they have asked less than 60. So the statement is false. Can a triangle have two obtuse angles? Can a triangle have two obtuse angles? Two obtuse angle means more than 90. So if you take 95, then the sum is 190, which is more than 180. So the triangle is not possible. If three angles of a triangle are given, then how many triangles can be formed? Infinite many triangles can be formed if three different angles are given. Okay? आप एंगल चेंज करते जाओ, आप एंगल सेम रखो, मेजरमेंट चेंज करते जाओ साइड्स की, तो यू कैन फॉर्म इनफाइनाइट मेनी ट्रायंगल्स. ओके, do you have any doubt? First is equation of x-axis, equation of y-axis, perpendicular distance of 3,5 from x-axis. Next is point minus 3,5 lies in sine of abscissa and ordinate in second quadrant. Point 0, minus 7 lies point minus 10, 0 lies ordinate of all points on x-axis is the point where two coordinate axes meet. And if a point if y coordinate of a point is 0, then point lies. Yes, now answer me one by one. Yes, Arush.
Yes, ma'am.
First, equation of x-axis. Arshita. Bhavansh. Brijesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Brijesh, answer me the first question. Question of x-axis. Very good. Equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. Equation of y-axis, x is equal to 0. The perpendicular distance of this point, अगर यहाँ पे negative भी हो जाए, distance will remain positive. The perpendicular distance of this point from x-axis का distance y वाला होगा, y का x वाला. तो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा 5 units. If y coordinate of a point is 0, then the point lies on x-axis. This point, you can see x is negative, y is positive, so it will lie in the second quadrant. The sign of abscissa and ordinate in the second quadrant is x negative, y positive. Abscissa means x coordinate, ordinate means y coordinate. Here x coordinate is 0, so it will lie on y axis. Here y coordinate is 0, so it will lie on x axis. Ordinate of all the point on x axis. X axis के ऊपर y coordinate क्या होता है 0. So ordinate is 0. The point where two coordinate axes meet, that is called origin, and its coordinate are 0, 0. Now next is write the reflection of -4, 7 about x-axis. We are talking about the mirror image. Reflection means mirror image of this point about x-axis. When they are talking about x-axis, so you will change the sign of y. X will remain same and the sign of y coordinate will change. अभी आंसर आ गया A. Now write the reflection of this point about y-axis. Reflection of this about y-axis. Change the sign of x. It will become positive and y coordinate remain the same, and I have given you it the name as B. Next is, you have given P as -2, 3, Q as -3, 5. Find abscissa of P minus abscissa of Q. दोनों का डिफरेंस फाइंड करना. Abscissa of P मतलब x coordinate, that is -2. This minus will be same. Abscissa of Q, that is -3. -2 plus 3, that is 1. Answer is 1. Is it okay? Any doubt? Next is abscissa of a point is positive in. किसी भी पॉइंट का जो abscissa होता है वो पॉजिटिव कहाँ पे होता है, कौन से क्वाड्रेंट में होता है? abscissa मतलब x कोऑर्डिनेट कहाँ कहाँ पॉजिटिव होता है. एक तो यहाँ पॉजिटिव होता है, अगर इधर पॉजिटिव है तो इसके नीचे भी पॉजिटिव होगा. इसका मतलब फर्स्ट और फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट में abscissa पॉजिटिव होता है. सेकंड और थर्ड में abscissa जो होता है वो नेगेटिव होता है. तो आपसे ये पूछ रहे हैं कि abscissa of the point is positive in which quadrant, first and fourth, and it will be negative in second and third. The point whose abscissa and ordinate have different sign. यहाँ देखो इसमें ये पॉजिटिव पॉजिटिव होता है, सेम साइन होते हैं. यहाँ नेगेटिव नेगेटिव सेम साइन होते हैं. इन दोनों में ऑपोजिट साइन होते हैं, माइनस प्लस प्लस माइनस. तो सेकेंड और फोर्थ में डिफरेंट साइन होते हैं, फर्स्ट और थर्ड में abscissa और ऑर्डिनेट के सेम साइन. गॉट इट? Write the point whose ordinate is 4 and point lies on y-axis. Write the point whose ordinate is 4 and lies on y-axis. If the point lies on y-axis, then its ordinate, then its abscissa will be 0. Abscissa means x coordinate 0 and the ordinate is 4. So the point becomes 0, 4. Okay. The point which lies on y-axis, the point which lies on y-axis at a distance of 5 units in the negative direction of y-axis. The point which lies on y-axis in the at a distance of 5 units in the negative direction of y. कहता है एक point है जो y के ऊपर lie कर रहा है, but in the negative direction of 5 units. Now on y-axis, you know that x coordinate is always 0 and the point is lying on y-axis, so surely it will have coordinate as -5 because it lies in the negative direction. If this point lies in the positive direction of y-axis, then it will be +5. And one more thing, if it is written that the point lies on a y-axis at a distance of 5 units, ये mention नहीं होता कि it will be in the positive direction or in the negative direction. So you will write two answers. It can be 0, +5, it can be 0, -5. Because 5 units is not mentioned that in which direction, on the upper side or on the lower side it is lying. So you will write both the answers. If the direction particularly is not mentioned, then you will write two answers. But if it is mentioned that it is lying on the positive axis, so you will write plus wala answer. And if it is lying on the negative direction, then you will write this answer. Got it? Any doubt? Plot these 3 points and check whether are they collinear or not. If they are, when you plot these points, you will join them by a line. If they are lying on a straight line, so yes, they are collinear, otherwise no. Got it? Do this. Yes, these 3 points are collinear because they are lying on a same straight line. Is it okay? Now plot these points. 1, 1, 2, -3, -1, -2. Plot these 3 points and check whether are they collinear or not.